Does this work? We are going to find out. We're trying to start my YouTube stream as well, and it looks like that may have just worked. Okay. So, Mr. Sexy Andrew, I think I put a post up this morning on Instagram. I'm not sure if I did. But Doggy's doing very, very well. She's eating all of her food. She is cuddling. She's barking. She's hanging out. Pretty much the same behavior that... wow, Monkey's gorgeous. Pretty much the same dog, the same behavior that we wanted. So I'm over the moon. It's still going to be another week. We have to keep feeding her medicine till at least Tuesday. And then on Wednesday... or Thursday, Wednesday, I have to take her back to the vet for another ultrasound. They want to take a look at her stomach, take a look at the inflammation, take a look at what's happening there. So luckily she's doing well. She seems to be in a good position and is very much on the mend. That's the main thing. I think let's turn the chat box off. We don't need that there. Ultimate, speaking of Attack on Titan, my friend persuaded you to watch with him. We binged through all of it in about 2 weeks. Honestly, the story is incredible, Ultimate. The story is incredible. I want to give you a tiny like spoiler thing that makes the story even greater. Obviously, the plot of the show is based on hatred, okay, racial hatred. But go look up the Madagascar plan, and that's where Paradis was. The world is flipped, the map is flipped. If you just look up Attack on Titan, Paradis, you'll see what I mean. I'm also supporting Team WE today. I tried to look for my Team WE hoodie. I have got an insane, oversized, really baggy Team WE hoodie back when they were still called Team World Elite. And if I remember correctly, Mystic was their AD carry. Team WE Mystic. Was a substitute. What lane was he? Anyways, 2015. And I had I just don't know where it is. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. I was a little bit lazy to dig. I started too late. It's long days. It's long days at the moment. Look, let's start really quickly by taking a little nosy at our bracket. We are going to need to move my beautiful face over this way as we're about to jump into draft. But as everybody knows by now, the small numbers that are joining me here, this is the upper bracket final. Best of 5 between Top Esports and Team WE. Let's bring up our match details for both of the most recent matches. Team WE managed to took down Anyone's Legend fairly recently. 3 relatively one-sided games. And of course, the big star to come out of this is Monkey. And of course, on the other side, Top Esports taking down JDG, who we saw yesterday getting eliminated from an LPL playoff race. Right, I'm going to start getting just some of my little tabs here open. We want WE. We want Top. Let's move these over here. And now that I've got some of my stats ready, I think we're going to be jumping into draft relatively soon. So, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. World's Elite and Anyone's Legend, the names are fire. I mean, look, they are, right? And Team WE have not been World's Elite for a long time, okay? LPL. I need to just remember that, but my boomer brain, just defaults to what I'm used to calling them from a long time ago. I'm looking them up right now. Formerly known as World Elites. When did... Oh my word. I am so freaking old. Team WE have not been called World Elite since 2011. That is wild to me. But the thing is, what I remember is that I've been watching this team since like professional Warcraft 3 days. Okay? That is crazy. Okay, let's move my face here. You know what? Out of respect, right? We're going to turn my camera off here. Let's say hello. Hey, listen, Kaidiro, I appreciate the honesty here, my friend. Security guards there looking after the fans. Look, Kaidiro, I think I would like to see Team WE win. I think with the story around Monkey, with the success that they've had recently, that is where my head is at. But I also want WE and BLG to make it to MSI. That's what I'm hoping for. LPL upper bracket final. Come on, come join me. Quickshot Official on Twitch or YouTube. That's my Instagram story done. We're just watching the match intro for now, obviously. It's a little longer than I initially anticipated. Taking the time. And what's up? The Monsority on YouTube. You're the only person hanging out with me on that platform. So thank you, friend. Very appreciated. I mean, that's huge. Listen, Jackie Love, as far as players are concerned, is one of my favorites of all time. Has been playing for over 8 years, from 2018, right? Over 1,100 professional games across the 8 years played. And for me, I always think of Ezreal. Jackie loves Ezreal. That's something you've got to keep in mind. How do I do this? No, that's not what we want to do. How does Twitter work with camera? Camera doesn't even let me record. There we go. Let's get the camera screen here. LPL upper bracket finals. Top Esports taking on Team WE. Come join me, Quickshot Official on YouTube or Twitch. Oh, it's such a boomer way of doing it, but I don't care. Upper bracket final with me. Then, if time allows, we can watch some IEM Cologne. Okay, folks, we got a couple of people in here. A few really big names from yesterday in particular. Pumari, I cannot thank you enough for yesterday. I mean it sincerely. It kind of messed with my brain. Our stream yesterday popped the fuck off. I've just put my sub goals up. We're at 352 subs, primarily because several of you gifted far more than I expected. Thank you. It's crazy. It's awesome. And it's one of the things that it's making me even more excited to commit time and energy. We've got some really good news. Once the stream ended yesterday, I found out that I'm going to be allowed to co-stream IEM Cologne. I'm going to be allowed to turn into the major, and we're going to see if we have enough viewers to actually hang out and make that work. I'm going to be just directly honest with everybody. Because the goal is to make part now, because the goal is to ideally start building a strong foundation, I need to have a minimum of 75 viewers in order to make Twitch happy and make sure that plan goes. So, by the time this series ends, if we have over 75 viewers, I'm going to switch over to Counter-Strike. I will stay there for as long as I can maintain that at a minimum average. you guys are the diehards, guys, girls, and everybody in between. If you're tuning in now already, you're probably really supportive, and I just want to be honest, you know what I mean? So we're gonna see. I love it. I'm over the moon. I've got the G2 jersey on, G2 merch on, because obviously G2 are going to win the LEC today. Whether or not... Wait, who's my G2 hater in chat? I got to look up. Not Brocali. Who was the G2 hater? Cadero! Even though you're a G2 hater, they're going to win. And I like having the discourse. G2 are also going to be playing against Foot in Counter-Strike 2 later today. It is a best of 3. I've been watching a lot of Counter-Strike. It's actually the game that I think I would prefer to get involved in, maybe even before League of Legends, especially if I can do co-streaming for League. If I can be at home for this and work towards Counter-Strike broadcast, that would be amazing. So let's see. We're going to have some fun. We've got one of you joining me on YouTube and about 50 of you here on Twitch for the LPL. Top esports. Let's take a very quick look. Because they actually are top esports. Who had selection? So we are still playing from Shenzhen in the arena. We saw the crowd. It was really busy. Team WE won the coin flip. They had first selection, and they selected first pick for game 1. Top esports selected blue side. I don't have the stats on this, but I think I'm seeing from the LPL, from the series over the last, both EWC and now here, I think we are seeing more red side first picks, but blue side selection. And I think in the LEC, my gut is telling me from all the games that I have seen, you do tend to stick first pick and blue and second pick red. Like that hasn't mixed up. So right to first selection, ROFS, hasn't necessarily had a big impact there. Out the gate, no surprises whatsoever. Bod is removed from Era. Nafiri taken out of the pool. Ashe, Nocturne, and Jarvan. So interesting that Team WE have removed the Ashe instead of the Seraphine. That's the strategy we've seen from a lot of the other LPL teams. And for Jackie Love, I talked about his Ezreal. 106 professional games played with a 69% win ratio. The only champion that is better than that is Varus. 113 professional games played with a 73% win ratio. Over 8 years. Just think about that. I think we saw, was it yesterday or the day before, somebody in the LEC, would have been last week actually, somebody in the LEC just hit like 200 games, so like 200 games in the LEC. Jackie Love has 113 Varus games, right? Regardless, both of them are going to be removed because there's going to be Fearless. Cream of the Crop will be running Nautilus for the second time. That's a lie. I've got to swap this. Fengwei, I should say. Cream's the mid laner. Fengwei. Fengyu? I don't know. We'll get pronunciations later. Second time Nautilus this spring. And let's look at all of 2016. 7 times played, 5 wins so far. So Nautilus Ezreal into the Karma Varus. I am happy to see Nautilus coming back in. There's a few more Alistairs. Rakan we got yesterday too, so that I'm excited for. And in phase 2, Sion Ornn removed from the pool. Yone taken out as well. Vayne is still open. And we need to see Gnar is open too. Whether or not you want to run the Vayne or not, I don't think so. And of course for the Monsority, DK versus KT is going on. That's not going to help League viewership. No, you're 100% right. Look, there's a lot of League going on in the mornings, you know. And thank you for choosing to come hang out here, right? Also, I will say, I did notice yesterday that Kadrill was co-streaming the IM Cologne Major. So, I messaged him. I sent a text. I probably need to get a new number. I don't think I have his new number, but I'm gonna try to get in touch with him and see if he'd let me like join him for a Counter-Strike stream. I believe that I'll be able to offer him quite a lot of insights and perspective because I've watched a lot of Counter-Strike. I'm very familiar with the teams, the maps, the players. It's what I've been spending a lot of research on. I've got like 300 hours played in the most recent couple months. So hopefully, let's hope, okay? If anyone tunes in and watches Cadrill to Counter-Strike, tell him to help me get the word to him. Let's close out the draft right now. Cassiopeia locked in for Cream in the mid lane. As far as our playoffs, let's just go for all year or all spring. Top esports have got 37 games played this spring. Only 2 games of Cassiopeia for Cream. And in the jungle, flipping between Lee Sin and Kiana, eventually going to flop over to the Lee Sin as last pick into Trundle. Now, I do think when you look at these two compositions, the Trundle Pillar of Ice is going to be very helpful against the Cassiopeia. There's not massive amounts of mobility, so your Miasma is not going to have quite the same value that we've had in some of the other titles. Or some of the other matches, I'll say. And I do think you've got to remember the poke options here. You know, once you do have Varus, I guess it's Varus Q into Ezreal Q. A little bit more mobility. Team WE a lot more reliant, I think, on grouping up. And I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Like, look at this, folks. I talked about at the beginning. 75 is a magic number for me. We're nearly at that, and the game hasn't even started. So when I'm watching League, I have I don't have a lot of doubt that we'll be able to pull those numbers, but we'll see who sticks around for CS, right? Okay, quickly. I need to run a 1-minute ad break. I haven't done it yet. We'll see you on the other side of the game. Consider subscribing or being gifted one. That's magic that can happen. And let's also start a poll here. So let's go to start a prediction. Okay. The prediction will be... Wait. I don't know what this is, actually. This is fun. Who will win? TES or Team WE? Okay. Outcome 1 needs to be TES. Outcome 2, WE. Submission period. Let's go 10 minutes. I'm using a new thing that I've not tried. Seema or Mod needs to confirm the outcome within 24 hours at the end of the prediction. Once you start a prediction, you cannot change it except to debate or close submissions. If the outcome isn't selected, all channel points return to predicting viewers. I don't really know what the channel points thing is, but we're trying this. It's a new feature. I love hearing the crowds chanting, and we have a couple more people joining us on YouTube. So thank you for tuning in. Okay, let's get comfy, folks. Let's lock in as our game is about to pop off. Straight out the gate, Finger immediately stepping forward and trading. Nautilus into the Karma Varus. I really like that trade. And Flash engaged down to 50, forced to flash defensively. Another flashboard. Look at this. Oh my word. Can't. Oh wow. Okay, so then I'll tell you what. Let's just delete it. Let's just delete it. Then let's do this. Let's do this. I'll start a poll instead. I just want to see who you guys think is going to win. TSWE. Start poll. Right, let's get the door. For Brokali, I think that I have... I think I prefer the composition that Top has put together. I like the fact that Rumble will be able to create a lot of space all the time. If you start combining like Rumble damage, Cassiopeia damage, the mobility of Lee Sin and Ezreal, I think they should be able to deal with the engaged threats. Like the Pillar of Ice from Monkey's Trundle, relatively tough for Cassio, but the rest of the squad should be okay to deal with it. Knocked back, flash blown already. 2.5 minutes in, Rune Prison comes down from Karis, and Cream will just about get taken out. Monkey's got enough damage yet to keep the pressure onto Tian, and already we've got the roam. In comparison to yesterday's series, incredible pace change, right? The fact that Finger's already been able to get up here to help, Tian gets the reply, another kill secured, 2-2, right? The duo in the bottom lane pick up their first kill. I really, really love these graphics throughout the course of the spring split. And for people on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Pulsar, I mean, you mentioned it, right? Cream having the best year of his career actually progressed past being the melee merchant. So Dark Wib, I'll try. You know, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna see what happens. I think it's important to acknowledge that, you know, whenever he streams with anybody, there's a lot of additional things that just need to get factored in, and I just want to respect. So I think if Kadrill is up for a duo and like I am Cologne, that would be awesome. And I think I can provide I really believe I can give him a lot of meaningful knowledge, shall we say, you know, and opinions, and you know, I've watched a lot of the tournaments, so we'll see. But look, About Varus has already got a kill. That will be balanced out with Jackie Love picking up first blood. Small CS advantage to About Varus. Karis in the middle lane getting the early gank from Monkey. And Monkey's been the superstar of playoffs. Monkey's been the player that has like literally stolen the hearts and the minds of everybody. Even non-LPL viewers are hearing the name. Like, I've been converted, you know. And then of course, Chuan. Let's see. I mean, the thing is, every single player in the LPL is mechanically great, right? I'm going to try and listen to our LPL commentators and see if I can catch our Rumble and our support player's nickname. Right. Chuan, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you for the follows, my friends. Taking a little look now at our mini map. I think the fact that we got a couple of kills early is something that I want to track throughout the series. Yesterday, both BLG and JDG were kind of content to play slow. BLG and Anyone's Legend, of course, will be playing tomorrow. But Monkey, already another gank. Arcane Shift was used. Flash is available, but the Dredge line instead is all that's going to be used. So really, really nice heads-up play. Using Nautilus like Spider-Man. Pulling himself to safety. And if you are on Twitch, let me know your vote. I've only got a couple of votes in so far. Currently, 67% of you think Team W are going to win this. Only 37 or 33% are leaning the way of Top Esports. I'm just intrigued to see what your preferences are, because both of these teams had the upsets, right? Dragon stole. Are you kidding me? Tion literally just ward hopped and smote away the dragon. Okay, so Dasmodius, I don't have the strongest take on performance because I haven't watched enough of the games, right? Especially during the regular season. So I think that I want Team W to win. That's what I want. That is what I prefer, right? Especially because of all of the excitement around Monkey. I want to see him go to the international stage. Monkey already picks up another kill, punishes Jackie Love. He was pushing too far, overextended. 56 CS to 59 in the bottom lane. Cream in mid on that Casio is a minor advantage ahead of Karis. And as far as our junglers are concerned, Tian, 67 creeps and a kill to Monkey's 37. But crucially, Monkey has been able to impact the map significantly. Flashes every time he ganks, multiple kills as well, right? Thank you all along. And thank you, Broccoli. I mean, Tian is starting this first game incredibly strong. The Dragon Steel was good. The times that we have seen him gank, it's worked out, right? Get that tab open. How is my dog doing? For anybody who missed the beginning, dog's doing very, very well, thank you. She jumped up to the bed. In our house, the dog's welcome on the couch and the bed and things. And last night when we're jumping into bed, she always likes to have a cuddling session before she goes to sleep. So she's doing very, very well. Still got a lot of meds, and we'll have a follow-up ultrasound with the vet next week. And that's going to be the final kind of like all clear sign. It just sucks that we just don't know what it was. We don't know what caused the bleeding and the ulcer. It's just, she may have picked something up. She may have eaten something. She may have swallowed something. We're not sure. But Tian forced to flash. And now all of a sudden, Fengwei's going to be chunked down and taken out. Kill secured by Team WE. Top Esports need to try and group up because they still don't have Jackie Love. Cube, Justice Punch, slam into the face. And the equalizer was dropped. I don't think it did enough damage, but Jackie Love will be rooted here by Error. Arcane shifts and cues that one up. The focus is still Shelly. The grub, sorry. Looking to pick up the grubs, and they will do so. Keep in mind, WE got the kill, right? They pushed Top Esports away. And I feel like both teams have rocked up to play today. If you joined the stream yesterday, then you probably obviously saw, I think, JDG maybe not being the most focused. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Lift my desk up a little. Right, I'm going to try to get myself comfy. The more time that I'm going to be spending here, the more I think I'm going to have to get a little under desk treadmill. I'm reminded that the first dragon was started by WE, and Tian literally just hopped over the wall and stole it. So with very shallow vision, WE are doing a better job of at least getting the information. Flash is available for a bout, but he doesn't need it. Is able to at least walk away, get to safety. And it is a 500 gold lead in favor of Top Esports. Please look at the jungle, okay? 97 creeps, or, jungle mobs, to 56. Admittedly, Monkey has been involved in 3 of his team's 4 kills. And it is pretty much like as close as can be in every other lane. It's the jungle difference that's coming in here. But with the fact that Tian's been farming, I'd love to see his total gold. I don't know if the observers will toggle it, but I'd love to know how much actual gold he's already picked up. Cream continues to push the lane here. He's built up about 2 waves in the lead, right? So plus 20-ish CS once Karis tries to clear this on the rise. TES stacking for both. Roa's being worked towards. Both teams, I think, have got really good scaling, obviously, but they're going to go in different ways. I think Team WE, if they are able to control the pace of the fight, engage and disengage with Trundle, Galio, Rise, they need to keep Varus safe. But Varus is going to have to deal with Equalizer, is going to have to deal with Lee Sin potentially jumping around. The depth charge from Nautilus is going to be a massive pain in the ass. And already forcing the flash out of Nautilus. Dragon is the next objective. Chain of Corruption. Karma Q. Jackie Love flashes away, gets out of range from about. I think Team WE do have a chance here. If they can get... The thing is, you've got to remember the damage threats, okay? Tian's going to be the target. Rooted in place. Dragon stolen again. Tian is on fire already. Alright, Galio's going to need to use does use the ultimate. Another kill secured in exchange for the dragon. And Top Esports just get out. That was awesome. That was a great escape. Okay, where is my... I mean, mechanically, we're at a much better level than yesterday. I just have a feeling we're going to be in for a 5-game series. I just have a feeling. Plates are being secured. About on the Varus is 2-0 and 2. And the Equalizer will at least push them away. But if you look at the minimap, because of the pressure down bottom, super easy tower dive here for Tian. Super easy. Monkey's Trundle is not it, folks. And I feel bad saying that because he has had a great impact in the laning phase. He's found some of the kills. A 2-man stack. Tian, what are you doing? That is just crazy. 来了。
小罗还是 W 帮他打工，他给一个惩戒收掉。他这个太顺了，因为从上边刷完到中路，中路正好打出了对线优势，然后顺手越，然后接着一路穿下来，走一点弯路。然后下来那个蛤蟆，主要右边还没吃掉，被他连人带蛤蟆一起顺手杀了个人。
I mean, it's just such a great start. The smites is one thing, but also you can't compete with the damage early on. And let's think about this Trundle pick too. Where do you really get the most value from subjugates? You've not really got the beefiest of champions in front of you, right? First item spikes have been picked up pretty much across the board. It's 1,000 gold lead for Tian. 300 for Xuan, Rumble in top lane. Cream 300 and only a small advantage for About, despite the fact he's 202 and he got multiple plates in that bottom lane. Right, let's take a look at it quickly. So Tian, he's only played Lee Sin 3 times this spring. Also been playing for 8 years, but this will be like the 97th time that he's played. Most played champion by far. Lee Sin, 96 games for Tian, historically. Then Xin Zhao at 77. Right, so... so much comfort between them. Oh, okay. That was a good dredge line, but there's just not enough damage yet. You really need to stack up, and once you start layering the CC, defensive flash, and Team WE are going to be winning these skirmishes. The thing is, they do need to be aware, because if Tian can get to Karis, can get to About, that's where they start to get into trouble. Jackie Love gets taunted and will get taken out. That just layering all of that CC. I mean, if anybody remembers, Tian was playing for FPX, was it? When he won Worlds? And I'm 99% sure it was against G2, in fact. 7 kills apiece, 16 minutes into the game. Cream's not able to get the poison down. Karis will stay alive just by the skin of his teeth. Okay. And the tower is going to fall. I mean, this is wild. 2,500 gold in the lead for top esports. But it does feel like these skirmishes are closer than that. Okay, take a look at this, right? Once you do start layering the CC, but if you look at the minimap, Tian is coming from the bottom quadrant. We've got Nautilus moving in from the west, and the teleport starts to channel right now. And this is where things start to turn around, okay? WE feel that they have a shot, but they split. The threat is too much. Tian completely solos About, picks up the follow-up after Cream gets the damage down. And what's up, Jadran? Appa is doing amazing. Thank you. Yes, she's on the mend. Her stomach is doing better. She's eating food. She's got her personality back. She's demanding attention and cuddles. So she's in a great place. And, I mean, Tian doing well on Lee Sin. Why are we not surprised? Like, he has a skin on it, you know? Yeah, man, that is awesome. Watch streak. 3 in a row. Thank you so much. The Rift Herald was dropped top. And at least for Team WE, they pick up the first dragon. That's going to delay the soul point. 3 dragons secured at 18 minutes. Significantly faster pace than JDG BLG. I mean, we weren't getting our first dragon until 10 minutes yesterday. But I get nervous about how Team W are going to try to keep Ryze or Varus alive. I just don't think they can. Resident Fizz. That is a great nickname, my friend. Tian, you beauty. Maybe we'll look that up after. Okay, let's see if we can find it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, actually. Quick shots, catchphrases. What is this? That's wild. Okay. I'm going to show you this tab a little later. I literally just looked up Tian Your Beauty, and AI has immediately accredited it to me amongst a couple others. That's pretty fun. But I'm going to focus in on screen now. Yesterday, I got so distracted at the end of the day because of the vibes, because of all the donations. It was a crazy, crazy day. The gifted subs. And out the gate today, we're going to keep watching Tian. What's the slow mode there? Did he steal the red buff as well? Is that what that was? I wasn't looking up at the top. I think he stole the red buff. Like, Monkey just is not hitting the smites. If you have just joined us, Monkey has been able to find a bunch of kills. You can see 3, 1, and 3. But he's down 70 creeps, mobs, whatever. Tian, 184, 2,000 gold lead to 117 CS. Right, plus 60. 70, in fact, if I can do my math right. 5 of the team's 7 kills, 0 assists locked in for Tian. And now Monkey's going to be the next target. Depth charge connects. Sonic Wave. Resonating Strike has timed out. And because top have taken so much time, it allows the hero's entrance to set up a kill. Equalizer. That's a horizontal one. I would have preferred vertical. I think if you're going to be chasing, the tri-bush is right there. So if you go vertical with that equalizer, you slow down the exit. But because of the goldie, because of the damage, even in a 4-man stack, in what was a 4 versus 5, did not want that heat, did not want that fight. And happy Sunday. We got the YouTube viewers tuning in. Thank you so much. And welcome in. In case you don't know, don't forget tomorrow, 11 o'clock, we've got the lower bracket finals. BLG versus, I guess it would be just I guess it is low bracket final because next week is the actual semi-finals. Anyways, BLG versus Anyone's Legend, 11 o'clock tomorrow. Tian finds the kick. Karas is going to be able to escape Petrifying Gaze. Poison, poison, poison. And that's going to be it. Triple kill for Xuan. Tian. I'm trying to hear the commentators. And listen, I found out yesterday, or I was reminded yesterday, that Baron's a lady, isn't she? Doesn't Baron, like, give birth to the grubs? Be wise. Condomize. I think my snake attempt scared some people away. Teleport is going to channel just in time. The kick flash, awesome. Start to channel it. Cream commits as well. You don't even need the Petrifying Gaze, but once you see Rumble, Cassio, and Lee jumping into the back line, there is not enough peel. There is not enough time to get Varus poked down. There's not enough damage. And there's just too much mobility for top esports. So Baron secured at 22 minutes, and they are pushing down already. Cream in the middle lane, ushering those minions forward. Finger on the Nautilus is immediately setting up just some sort of peel and defensive play. And you came from the LCK. No game, no life. Thank you for tuning into the LPL after this. I've got a chat message, but I don't know the results. But it just says RIP KT. You should know by now. KT always let you down. You just got to get used to it. I also will say this. I called that earlier in the week. Unfortunately, KT always. I mean, look, I haven't checked the LCK results just yet. Was out with the dog this morning. And with the fact that you still got bound back for another minute and a half, 3 dragons secured on soul points, 6,000 gold lead. As far as individual lanes, I mean, Rumble and Lee Sin haven't even been killed. Oh my word, what's up? David when? 1, 2, 2, 3. We're gonna maybe after this game we'll look up some Tian plays. AI is being very polite to me. Goeiemorgen, Galactus 25. I wish you were still part of the LEC broadcast team. Thank you so much. Very kind words. I miss my friends. And yeah, Layla, Cream, petrifying gaze, stays alive a few seconds longer. Hero's entrance buys time, but here comes Jackie Love. Juan burning down. And where is Tian? I keep waiting for him to rock up and find the kills. Not going to be able to do so. I mean, we need to remind ourselves what's going to happen because it's actually really fun whichever of these teams wins today and makes it to MSI because there's stories with G2 who already qualified. The inhibitor turret is down, but Top Esports might be inting. Tian, how much damage can he do? Dragon's Rage is on cooldown. First kill secured. Resonate that strike. Interrupted. Cube has just saved his team's life. Did you see that Justice Punch? Did you see that Justice Punch? I don't think it is enough to win the game, but I like the play. I like the play. Our Baron power play ended up being plus 400 gold. Okay, so let's take a look at the setup. 1, 2, 3, 4 members. Cream, gets caught. And really, really great job by Cube to start this off. Immediately zoning, holding a number of players in place. And Dragon's Rage has been used. So your big burst damage is removed. Jackie Love is below half. And this is what I really, really love from Cube's Galio. Once he re-engages this fight, multi-man taunts, right? Flash pulls at least Ezreal and Nautilus. And I'm fairly confident that will Justice Punch into the Lee Sin as well. Give me the slow-mo. Bang. That's it. The resonating strike would have got the kill. He would have been able to put the E down. He would have been able to get a second. And Tian would have been able to probably take that inhibitor. I just don't think it's going to be enough. I will say, though, from 7k lead to less than 2... multiple bounties picked up is big, but it doesn't change the fact that you've still got 2 relatively squishy carries. We'll take a look at the standings and just show you like how low down in the regular season Team W you were. 13 kills to 13. Cream once again is the target this time around, is able to slither to safety. Use that flash to get over the wall, but with a minute until Dragon, okay, let's keep an eye on the vision setup because Team W we haven't exactly pushed a ton. Teleports are available for both Karis and About. No, About is actually on cooldown. I'll take that back. And you have to contest this. You cannot give Hextech Soul to Top Esports. What if Team W is... thank you for the stretch. Also, Ahontis. I love the shirt too. We got G2 playing League of Legends today. We got G2 playing Counter-Strike today. If you have just joined us, we're actually going to tune... We're going to take a look at... we're going to take a look at IEM Cologne. I hope that this will run until about 2:30. That's quite likely, I think. And the Counter-Strike game starts at 2:30. And we're going to see if you guys want to watch some CS2 with me. But that's for later. For now, Tian is just looking to get some damage down onto Monkey. Now, keep in mind, the longer we go, the later we go, the better this is going to be. The more time it will take to kill Monkey, to kill Cube. Where's the Pillar of Ice? Has been thrown down. Chain of Corruption has not been fired yet, okay? And Soul is up. Dragon is up. Tuyan. Oh. Blast Cone. I mean, look at Monkey. Hasn't burnt Subjugate either. It's going to get fired now. Okay. Equalizer's available. The only thing that's not is True Shot Barrage. Realm Warp's available in 3 seconds. Does Karis look for the flank? Dragon's down to 6,000. Realm Warp's going to split up top esports. Buys some time, but let's be honest, that's a bit of a waste. The poke is good. Winds of War, followed up with the piercing arrows. 3,000. Monkey needs to hit the smite. Monkey needs to hit the smite. Equalizer is engaged. True Shot is fired. That's how long this fight has gone. Does not do it. Gift wrapped and delivered to top esports. But now they need to survive. Chuan's going to flash away to safety. Stays up. Cream may get caught out. The taunt is just going to be enough. Justice Punch won't connect. But again, the soul's secured. Tian needs to be very careful here. Ward Hop. Oh, the flash. That was so sick. He's still not dead. How is he still not dead? JackeyLove is going to be able to at least pick up the kill onto Galio. Okay. It is crazy how long it took to take them down. Apparently I'm a little too loud. Sorry, babe. 6-1 and 5 for Tian. He's still got the GA available. Was almost able to find a bout who flashed over the wall, got that massive shield. It is only a 1.5k lead, but top esports have still got the options, like the tools available. They got Baron. There's an exposed inhibitor. They've got the Dragon Soul. And if they're pulling Team WE to them, like that previous fight, they can have the options. They were like... They were the ones starting the engage because they had to push WE off the dragon. Now let's see. This is melted. Gone. Hextech, Soul, plus Cassio. And then obviously everything else as well. But melted. So second Baron secured. And what cost him last time was the fact that JackeyLove... sorry, Cream. Cream was caught out. Got to be very careful this time. Let's see. Save. Baron is going to be used to push in this middle lane. And with no flashes available for anybody on WE, play a bit defensively, sit back. They are still behind, right? 2.5k in the jungle, 1.6k in the mid lane. It is only about Varus that's currently up. 291 CS to 278. And with a 5-2 and 8 Varus, 4.5 items completed. In chat, I think it was Pulsar was telling me, normally when a bout is ahead, Team WE lose, apparently. But I think as far as WE are concerned, they're going to be quite happy to sit back. If they are able to defend on the steps of their inhibitor, the AoE power of their comp goes up a lot. Okay. What is Galio building? I have no idea. Zhonya's instead of armor? I mean, I think the way that Cube has been playing these fights has been a disrupting force, right? So with the Seekers on guard and the fact you can buy some time, maybe enough to get a couple seconds longer, get another taunt off, get another Justice Punch off, you have to assume that that's the goal here. Okay, our stream just froze, and Tian is going to find a bout. Remember the prediction? When a bout is in the lead, that's a Team WE loss. Even if the team fights are going well, even if Galio can buy time, you have a Lee Sin that is 6-1 and 8, and is going to deliver a squishy carry to a Cassiopeia, right? I mean, the Nexus is going to be the next focus. Tien's going to get the slow onto era. 20 kills overall to 15 in 33 minutes. I mean, what a shellacking. What a shellacking. Show you this. So let's close. We've got some more ads for our mobile games. Let's move this one over here. So I did a search here. Tier New Beauty, Quickshot. I'm going to go to videos in a second, but Tier New Beauty is a famous catchphrase coined by Quickshot. He used to describe spectacular game-winning plays, professional League of Legends player. Tier New Beauty, sight for sore eyes. World champion. I mean, what a depressing series. Okay, we're going to have to look that up a little later. Now, what I want to look at is just the gold graph and the damage graph as well. We'll do a little bit of YouTube searching in a few minutes' time as we wait for Game 2 to kick off. Kick TP cancel into perks. My word, you remember my plays better, or the calls better than I do. Right, we can turn this one off for now. I mean, yeah, as far as player of the game is concerned, if Tien doesn't win, it is a travesty. All right, let's take a look. I want to see the post-game breakdown. That's what I'm most excited for. Hi. 1 second. Yeah. I clicked it back on where it belongs. Yes, I attached it back to the device. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so while we wait for our second game, drop a follow. Let us know what you're getting up to today. Thank you for tuning in on either YouTube or Twitch. And of course, 11 a.m. tomorrow, we'll be around. I mentioned it earlier, but once the CS2 Major kicks off, I will be able to swap over to that. And if we have enough viewers, above 75 is going to be the magical number, then I'll stick around. We'll watch some Counter-Strike together. If not, we'll try to build it up a little later in the week. And for Raphael, a 100 main, will we see the little quick shot in a few months? Yes, you absolutely will. I mean, you can see our car seats already. Starting to get all of our goods secured. Of course, everyone needs an IKEA octopus. But also, take a look at these stats super quickly. Tian, 24,000 damage. He dealt almost as much as Cream. About did relatively well, but it's the gold graphs and the gold throws that I find most interesting. I'm very intrigued to see mechanically how these teams are going to be competing and playing against one another. The IKEA octopus is Appa's toy, and she likes to wrestle it and go a little bit mad. So let's do this, okay? We're going to be waiting for game number 2, and let's take a look. FPX 2019 League of Legends Finals highlights. Oh, I don't want a 34-minute video. We're going to see if we can. Lucifer, are you on Discord, my friend? I don't know if I can. If you can send it to me, like either the link on Twitter or Discord will probably be the best. Then Twitter, if you have. I'm not going to turn links on chat if you don't mind. Mostly because I just don't want to. Can I DM? How does DMs work on Twitch? Whisper? You have blocked whispers from strangers. Okay, you will allow them to whisper. Let's do it. Okay, try here. I've never done. That's my first whisper. I just sent a whisper to Lucifer, and we'll see if we can get a link. If you've already got this, this is going to be amazing. Bring me a lot of joy. And obviously the highlights you're busy seeing on your screen. I was quite impressed with Cube, despite the deficit that he found himself in. Still did pretty well, you know, to be able to control the games, to be able to force top esports to like slow down. I don't know if Lucifer can send it regardless. Let's see. What we can do is we will be able to just find the Tian game with Lee Sin, and we'll be able to watch what happens there. If you are just tuning in, we've got a couple minutes to kill, so we're going to do a little bit of reaction to my own to my own work. Okay, cinema mode engaged. I'm actually going to have to speak to Wir kaufen dein Auto very soon. Sell my old car. We got a new car coming later in the year. Very excited for it. Okay. Oh my word! Listen to that. Okay, wait. Why is the quality so mid? Come on. 1080p enhanced. Not now. Okay, so then just go 1080p. Come on. This looks like. Oh. This, you know what? We still had hope. Also, Caps playing Pyke mid. Oh, I feel sick. Okay, so can I tell you, by the way, you can obviously hear how excited I am, how hype it is, but this is the first blood of the finals for the World Championship. So I'm hitting this super hard because it matches the stakes. You can actually hear the sadness in my voice. Listen to this. Oh. It's too little. It's too late. I mean, we ran Pyke mid into the Nautilus. I want to look for... Primarily, I want to look for the Tian plays. Nothing changes there. I still missed it. Thank you, Shorts. I think I'm going to find it here, Lucifer. Especially because it's his first game. Do you know what? I have been saying what goes up must come down for so long. For so long. I remember that from early 2010s. Okay, we're looking for Tian. Sorry. Oh. Okay, watch. We're going to watch Tian again, okay? We're going to watch Tian again. He comes out of the bushes and watch him land onto Perks and pull exactly what we just saw. Death sentence. Goodbye. Also, you can hear that the audio on this video is a little bit ahead of the video. It's a bit desynced because this is definitely not a official video. We'll put it that way. Maybe one day, David Wen. Maybe one day. Okay, I'm going to skip this one. Where's Tian? The other thing that's interesting about listening back to my commentary here, because it's just the active plays, you don't hear me in a normal voice. You don't hear this tone out of me, right? It's just pure energy. It's just pure yelling. Come on, just give me the Tian, you beauty. Okay, so in total, this is only about 8 minutes for this first game. So we hopefully should be able to get to the clip that I want. Well, and another little bit of like behind the scenes moment. You can just hear, I didn't even get excited for that. When it's such an easy kill, you need to give a little bit of breathing room. I don't need to hype that up because it's so obvious what's going to happen, and I don't need to yell so much because I probably am aware that I've been doing that a lot. Oh, Papa Smithy, miscasting with him so much. Okay, we're gonna go a little quicker. This isn't really a highlight so much as just most of the game. Lucifer, if you're in chat, what was the timestamp for the play? Really nicely done. It's only 1,000 gold down as well. Oh. Oh man, this crowd is so loud. Go 1.5 speed. You'd think it wouldn't be that hard to find.
And look at these two teams going blow for blow. Quick shot. One pick into spotted up two members of G2. Crisp is now making his way forward. Teleport coming in from Wonder on the tower. The Bone Skewer catches Crisp. That's a death from below as G2 will.
Okay, come on. Where's my Tion play?
Will arrive and captures himself from Wonder, but now they're not done just yet. All of a sudden, Jessica comes out. Ignite goes down. Wonder's running for his life.
There's Tion. 31-30. Okay, great. What I'm gonna do. This will be it. Here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, right, we're going to get ready to clip this out. We are moving up. Reminder that this is what TN can do. The pain. Oh, the pain. Oh. My voice just completely cracks, completely breaks, and I just lose it. But again, when you watch that back, man, it feels so great to see the fact that Jankos was like, he tried so hard, he did the right thing, he stepped in front of that Sonic Wave. It just didn't matter. But I think the crowd helps, right? With so many people cheering and chanting in behind the scenes. Okay, so we've just clipped that. I think we need to share that onto my socials. So where is content? Let's go clips. We're gonna share this while we're sitting waiting for game 2. Also, if you haven't subscribed, consider it. I'm gonna hit the add button on Twitch. It's 1 minute, and we'll start to stack up these numbers. I mentioned it a few times, but working towards partner, you have to have a certain number of minutes per hour of ads, and higher than 75 viewers. So thank you for tuning. That's awesome. I mean, listen, the feeling of getting your team dismantled, I have experienced that a lot. A lot. You know what we can do? Let's do it this way so you guys can actually... I don't think there's anything to hide here. So let's just edit this. We can work on this together. Share portrait clip. Interesting that that's not showing. So it's... Oh, okay. So my own feed is just not showing the browser. Cool. So title, Tian Yu Beauty, reliving one of the best moments. Come watch with me on Twitch. Let's edit layout. With whom did you like casting the most? Honestly, that's a really hard question because I thoroughly enjoy casting with so many of my co-casters, but I think it is very fair to say that people like Deficio, people like Kobe had some of the most fun. Reminder. Okay. Here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, right, we're going to... Here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, right, we're going to get ready to clip this out. We are moving up. Reminder that this Let's just see. Is what I want to quickly just do this before we stick this onto... Put it there. Okay. Oh. Here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, right, we're going to get ready to clip this out. We are moving up. Reminder that this is what TN can do. Okay, we've got that. Right, that is exactly what I wanted. Save clip. Right, we are almost at picks and bans. You can see it hasn't come just yet. So I'm just taking advantage of the situation. Oh, man. I just lost my thing. Tian Yu Here we go. Beauty. Right, ladies and gentlemen, right, we're going to get ready to clip this out. We are moving up. Reminder that this is what TN can do. Shared to YouTube. Post to TikTok. The Thanks, team. You're helping me. You're helping me play the social media game. Closing this video won't impact the transfer. Great. So we can move that. Theoretically, we are now getting ready for our next draft, for our next game. And I'll give you a slightly more in-depth answer. With whom did I enjoy casting the most? Look, everybody was different, right? I always enjoyed the relationship that I had with Deficio because we just knew each other so well. We'd spent so much time working together that I knew his sense of humor. He knew the different elements of the craft that I really liked, that I really enjoyed. So we just kind of fed off each other, and we like a lot of our best moments. The butt slap started by him, and I took it up. Faxi Taxi was a joke that he started because I kept antagonizing him about it. I was like, you should say that on air, you should say that on air, you should say that on air. And he waited for the right moment to do so. Crepo was always the best at using me. Like, Crepo was one of the first casters that I ever saw that would point at the minimap at a lane, then point at a champion, then point at an item. And after he did those two things, I'd be like, so, Crepo, let's take a look at the bottom lane. Focus on cubes, Galio. And what are we doing about the Zhonya's Hourglass? And he'd go, great question, Trev. This is what I want. Like, he would use me to set him up so that I sound good, like I'm asking a good question, and he can skip the bullshit and just go straight to the information. He was incredible that way. And anybody that's listened to Kobe cast when he's excited, like Kobe's one of the most hype color casters. I just love it. Skullmarin, cheers. All right. CLGEU days. First time chatter. Thank you, my friend. I mean, I still remember watching them in LCK, right? Was it OGN back then? No. It was OGN, I think, right? It hadn't been rebranded to LCK yet. Okay, let's figure out what is happening here now. My stream seems to have bugged for a second, so let's refresh this. We get back to LPL. Bear with me for some reason. There we go. That's what I needed. And we are back. Let's close that one. And okay, there we go. We are now back on stream. We are in picks and bans for game number 2. Maybe we should send link. Create a send link reward as channel points. Ooh, that's a very clever idea, Lucifer. Okay, I will look into that during the next ad break. It's something that I actually don't know off the top of my head how to do. But a big fan of that. In terms of our draft, Top Esports remain on the blue side. Team WE have elected to take red side and second pick. So we're just in standard Summoner's Rift draft. Vi has been locked in for Tian. Historically 4th most played champion. And throughout the course of this year, also his 4th most played champion. I do like the fact that for Team WE, they've locked in that Corki. I think for Team WE, the fact that the Corki will be a little bit of a flex, though I expect it to be in About's hands. Let's not disregard the fact that that is a potential reality. And Yunara has been called a bait trap. A bait pick. On yesterday's broadcast, they actually ran a graphic showing how bad the win-loss is for Yunara. So, interested to see how this goes. Yunara is the 12th most played champion for Jackie Love. 4th of the year. 12 games played. He's got 5 already. And we all know the carry. Like, the carrying power that comes from Yunara, like, it's undeniable. Annie is locked in here for Karis, so that does then immediately push our Corki to the bottom lane. We got both of our duos, Yunara Lulu, Corki Nami. Jungler's already been removed with Neferi and Nocturne. Ashe denied from Jackie Love. And for our solo laners, what direction do we go? Zurian this year has played everything. Jason Besser, Olaf, Zahin. We've even got a Varus and a Lee Sin top lane there for Xuan. Cube on the other side is a bit more of a tank player. We've got a Jason there. We've got a Renekton. But it's the Scions, it's the Ornns, Aatrox as well. In the previous game, we also saw the Scion and the Ornn banned away. So WE this time are like, okay, let's get rid of Aurora, let's get rid of Ahri. Wukong and Shen have been denied by Top Esports, but at least excuse the pun here, but the cream of the crop when it comes to your tanky top laners are both available. Cheering. Is it community tab? I don't think it's that one. Viewer rewards probably. Power ups and channel points. Yes. Okay, let's see. Choose an emote to unlock. Modify single emote. I don't even know how that will work. Add a custom reward. Right. Okay. It's actually going to take some more time, Lucifer, for me to get that set up. And I was talking about those tanks. I actually expected it on Cube side, but it's going to be pivoted over to Xuan, which makes a lot of sense. When you've got a Yunara as your hyper carry, if you back that up with all of the damage that Victor can have, you've got a fantastic front to back. You've got fantastic peel and defensive options with Scion, Vi, and Lulu. And Team WE are saying, well, get wrecked. We want to fight you, right? For Hardida, wait, hang on, Hardida on YouTube. Is that actually Hardida? Goeiemorgen, meneer. Suid-Afrikaners. For those of you that don't know, the Hardida is one of the loudest birds in the world in South Africa. And I think, for me, if Monkey is able to have a similar level of game to what he did in game 1 on the Trundle, if he gets ahead, if he gets kills, if he gets fed, I think an Olaf can absolutely tear apart a Yunara or a Victor. Throw down the Ragnarok, get rid of Victor. The tanks on the front line of Scion and Vi will take time it will take time for them to die to like Corki and Aatrox, but you've got a limited damage comp, and it's kind of a similar vibe to our previous game, right? But roles swapped, I think. In our previous game, I think it was Top Esports that had way more damage sources, way more mobility, way more options, and it was WE that were a bit more kind of front to backy. And now this time, I think Top Esports have got a little bit more of our front to back, and we've got more of the mobility on the other side. Good morning and welcome, folks. We are in game 2. The LPL upper bracket final. The winner of this series goes to MSI. I really, really love those crowd shots. I love hearing the cheers. I love the chants for the teams. And I'm kind of sad that we don't have our LEC final in a stadium today. But we got a couple road trips coming up in the future. And for Mr. Hardidar in Belgium. Nice. I've been to Ghent a couple times. And immediately, by the way, at level 1, Hyungye already used a summon a heal. They're just trying to push Era and About off of this wave. Huntus, you were born in Ghent? Oh, it's lovely. I believe Ifya's from Ghent as well, actually. Shocks. I also got to see Charlotte de Witt in Ghent. I had some great times there. It's been really, really fun. It's beautiful as well. And of course now, Yunara is going to be stepping forward, pushing this wave out. Already a small lead, thanks to the pressure that's been put down from Lulu. Out of all of the AD carries, even though Yunara has been kind of loss heavy for a lot of the league, it does work for Jackie Love. One of the best ADCs in the world. On the flip side, About has tried Corki 7 times, has only won twice, right? Immediately under pressure to start with. And with Jackie Love continuing to apply that pressure, there's 6-7 CS advantage already built up. This is exactly the same as game 1. Exactly the same. Undertow, stun. Undertow will get some damage. Considering the dive. Gets the reckless swing. And that's not going to be enough. Double buff given to Cream. Oh my god, Monkey. Does Cream get the Hextech Ray? Not this time around. Unbelievable. Why would you tower dive at level 3? Why? Ultimately, that's going to be a massive, massive swing here. Giving double buffs to Victor super early on is real tough. And now Tian is going to continue to apply some pressure, right? Kill, advantage, boots, as well as the null magic for Cream in the middle lane. That's going to be so valuable. Early laning phase as well is going to be hard. Pumari, is it too late to switch to top esports? I'm not so sure, boss. I still want to believe. I still want to believe. Jackie Love is going to fire down that barrier. And it's getting so much damage out. Barrier is available for About's Corki though. So if top esports overstep, then they do need to keep that in mind. And this lane is going to become nearly unplayable, right? Cream is having a phenomenal year. On his Victor with already a 15 CS lead. He's got blue and red 700 gold lead this early. The autos, the gravity fields, the Hextech Rays, and you're a relatively short-range Annie. Jason Max from YouTube asks, how was game 1? Game 1 was really chaotic and fun. Ultimately, Tian's Lee Sin kind of 1v9'd. Top Esports played the team fights well. Please don't, I don't want to be too disrespectful, but they had a very high damage composition. Ezreal, Rumble, Lee Sin, I forget what they had in the middle lane. Cassiopeia in the middle lane. And they were playing into, Galio, Trundle, composition, right? So things. But Tian just straight up 1v9'd. So the fact that Tian had a champion, his most played, and he smashed WE. Monkey did well. Monkey got a bunch of kills early. His ganks were successful. And this time around, unfortunately, I think just really bad decision making. Feeling that there was enough damage between him and Annie, and it did not work. For Pizzigoi, hey, listen, it is what it is, right? Times have moved on, and I'm very fortunate that 2026 has been one of the strongest years for me that I've had in a very long time. So I'm feeling very happy. I'm having a ton of fun. And as long as you guys choose to hang out with me, hey, this is awesome. Thank you. I'm going to be here doing a whole bunch of LPL. We've got a proof for LPL for the rest of the season. I've just got added to IM Cologne for Counter-Strike 2. Working on EWC as well. So I've got a bunch of co-streams lined up, and I'm hoping people will tune in. But for now, Vault Breaker, as well as the denting blows, will force About to flash. Barrier and flash has been used. And it's Cream this time round that's caught out. Lila, indeed. Cube is going to bring the hammer down. Not going to have enough, though. Turned into a munchkin. The team fighting from Top Esports is massive. And Fengwei's Lulu did a great job of buying time here. The Hextech Rays go out. And I think if Cube hadn't been turned into a little scrub, that could have been so much worse. But it is another game where the gold lead for Top Esports is significant. Plus 1.6k at 6.5 minutes already. Every single lane has an advantage. Look, it's tiny, it's minor, right? But yeah, for Timmy K, The way that it's going to work for me is like I mentioned at the start of the stream, I'm working towards part now. So what that means is I need to have an average of 75 viewers, right? So we'll swap over to Counter-Strike 2. The game start at 2:30. If we are still in LPL, then we'll swap over. Otherwise, I might come back later. We'll see. But for me, it's really important that I maintain an average of 75 viewers. So if we drop below that, then I'm probably not going to. But let's look at this mini-map, okay? Cube comes in and wait for Lulu to step forward. So flashes over, helps pick up the kill onto Monkey. Then, as the Darkened Blade is about to land, immediately turns Cube, I always say into a Munchkin, but I forget, is it W or E that does that? It's W, isn't it? Yes. The little Whimsy pops Aatrox with Whimsy and just gone. The damage is removed, the crowd control delayed, allows Cream to escape with his life, and Fingyu does really well. I'm just going to stick with champion names. I'm going to do a better job of learning the names later. 66 CS to 67 in the bottom lane. The double buff Cream from earlier has allowed nearly 20 CS advantage in the middle lane. 800 gold. And our top lanes are basically dead even between Aatrox and Sion. We also haven't seen Sion yet, so some credit needs to be given here to Cube for maintaining the farm, as well as joining that little skirmish in the middle lane. And also, I think, yeah, give some credit here to About. Multiple ganks in the bottom lane. Thank you so much, Hardy Dar from YouTube. You know, multiple ganks in the bottom lane. So much pressure onto this Corki Nami, and they are still pretty much even on CS. 4 is nothing to write home about. And I think that Monkey's going to be the difference maker in our mid game. Let's assume the Corki poke damage will become a lot more relevant later, but he's got to land it onto Victor, Yunara, or Lulu. Corki rockets are not going to matter really against Sion or Vi. Thanks, Jason Max. For those of you who are chatters, I know we've got quite a few lurkers. Is everybody excited for the World Cup? I'm not a football guy. South Africa calls football soccer, so that tells you a little bit. Even though our football team is the opening match, I'll probably just look at results. But I'm also interested to see what happens. So, like in Germany, there are actually rules in Germany about noise levels. So on Sunday, for example, you're actually not allowed to do. You're not allowed to use motorized lawnmowers. You're discouraged from doing housework with vacuum cleaners. Drills are like outright banned. You can actually have the cops called on you on Sundays. They engage on the top lane here. Tian and Juan are going to work down. There we go. Cease and desist. Easy kill secured for top esports. So, what has been very interesting is that German government has actually lifted the noise rules. So after 10 p.m., you're not allowed to, be out on the streets, not allowed to drink in public, not allowed to have parties and things like that. That's been lifted for the World Cup because of all the games. And they're like, hey, cheer, yell, make noise. So what that probably means for us is our neighbors are going to make noise. It hopefully will be quite alive, quite a buzz. The last World Cup was in Germany, I think, or at least I can't remember. It was amazing. There was a lot of hype. Was it really? Was it South Africa, Mexico in 2010? Wow, that's amazing. I remember the kill. I remember the opening kill. Oh, my word. Opening kill? I spent too much time in front of video games. I remember the opening goal from the 2010 World Cup. For the couple of South Africans that are in the chat, I was working for Incredible Connection at the time. So, for Leviathan, no, I will not be watching the LEC finals tonight. I do not have approval to co-stream the LEC. So I'm sticking with LPL. Depending on how long this takes and how many viewers we have, I might swap over to Counter-Strike after this, but I won't be joining. And good morning or good afternoon, Judy. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you again for yesterday. Thank you. Top Esports are just smashing out of the gate. 2.4 thousand gold lead by 12 minutes. It's just controlled, right? Plus 20 CS in the top lane, plus 15 CS in the mid lane, plus 15 farm and 2 assists in the jungle. It's all these little things. They keep doing it over and over and over. Twitch is paying me by not working on my new PC. Interesting. Okay. Honestly, I can't believe that was my first words, but yeah. I mean, Twisted Few, I like the passion. I don't like when it bubbles over. The thing that I'm the most interested to see is... I'm the most interested to see what actually happens with stadiums, how full it's going to be because the ticket prices are so high. Insane flash. Did you see the reaction time on that flash? Give me a slow-mo of that. That is crazy. Okay, Chuyan goes for the engage with the Scion ultimate. Over the wall, the tidal wave gets split. But Jackie Love is already on the board. About is trying to trade the burst damage back. But frankly speaking, as soon as one gets transcended, the damage is too high. 4,000 gold lead, 2 dragons, 5 kills. Yunara is starting to get fed. Cream is uncontested in the mid lane, will outrange pretty much everybody. And if the Ocean Soul gets secured here, Top Esports have outclassed Team WE by a massive margin. Absolute massive margin. This game feels tough. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I wish... Do it again without the vision. Do it again without the vision. The fact that Lulu stepped up, put the ward down within a millisecond of placing the ward, then flashed away. I mean, that was crazy speeds. I mean, listen, good luck to G2 tonight at the LEC finals. Around 7 or 7:30. We're also going to have G2 taking on Foot in Counter-Strike 2, so that's going to be awesome. I really wish the observers would have showed us that replay with the Top Esports vision again. Because Fenghua's flash was crazy. Kraken said completed for Jackie Love, so that means that immediately Aatrox and Olaf are going to be a little bit easier to burn through. Suwon's got the Bramble Vest as well, so going to make Aatrox's life more difficult. Proto Belt secured for Cream. Pretty, like, the bounties are starting to build up here as well. And no towers have fallen yet. But 15 minutes in, 2 dragons again, and the pace is much higher. I mean, Leviathan, that flash was crazy. And yeah, just in case you are new here, we'll see you again tomorrow, right? The lower bracket semi-final, I guess it is. Lower bracket semi-final will wrap up between BLG and Anyone's Legend. And they will play the winner of this game next weekend. Underneath the tower, Cube just gets focused again. While that's going on, Monkey's trying his best. The tidal wave gets a knock-up. Olaf, Undertow, reckless swing. Undertow's not enough. Was hoping that the ebb and flow would have been able to secure it, but it didn't. It will at least allow the tower to go down. But Top Esports get the Rift Herald. They get the top kill. They got the top tower. This is all Top Esports, folks. I actually never watched Dragon Ball Super, so I know what Ultra Instinct is. I understand Goku's power, but I never actually watched it myself. Fengwei era. Okay, so just moving just to see the damage graphs there. Let's make my camera a little small, actually. What am I looking for? This one. All right. Once again, this time around, WE setting up our little play onto Zhuan. What are the trades, though? That's what I'm interested in. Jackie Love is going to be able to push in the middle and bottom lane. 1 kill secured for Team WE, but they're down 5,000 gold. I don't call worth. Multiple plates, multiple towers. And for Dewey 3D, how is the Counter-Strike scene going? It's really cool. Counter-Strike 2 is awesome. The Vitality era is hype AF. There is an argument to be made that this Vitality roster is the greatest Counter-Strike roster of all time. I mean, all time. I'm talking 1.6, I'm talking Source, I'm talking Global Offensive. The run that they have, the performance that they have is incredible. The hype between like Zywoo as a player, Manisi as a player, and Donk as a player is awesome as well. And I'm really enjoying Counter-Strike 2. Like, I follow quite closely since Global Offensive and Counter-Strike 2. And Cap being the argument that's being made right now, right? Astralis kind of modernized the game and their approach to Global Offensive, the way that they played, the way they force teams to get better is always going to be incredible. However, the argument right now is that Vitality's competition is harder. So therefore, Vitality's wins mean more, if that makes sense. So I got to speak to Dupree. He was on Astralis on that roster. I've got a podcast with him on YouTube. If you go to look up the Esports Awards Origins is the name of it. And super, super fun. He's also working on a title called Skyward Masters. Like, I have Dupree on Discord. Do you know how giddy that makes me? Just like, if anybody knows that name, like, I have him on Discord. I'm like a child. Top Esports are playing a little bit fast and loose, much like my co-stream right now, because they are so far ahead. They're on Soul Point. They picked up their 3rd game. You played with him once? Oh my god. You've got to be really good then. You've got to be really good. I'm like Gold Nova tier, right? So I'm definitely not high up there yet. I've got old man hands, but I'm trying. I'm getting better. I come from Call of Duty and Quake, so I've had to learn to slow down, and you can see how twitchy I am. I got that ADHD, reaction times. And I think if you are still keeping an eye on the screen here, Tian again, 1.9k up, 175 farm to 119. Monkey, the man that won the 2 previous ones, have not been in a good place. I mean, Hadida, I'm not sure if you're at your age, but like, I competed in the Telcom Do Gaming Leagues many, many years ago. My clan was BFB, and I started in Battlefield 2. I played Quake 3 CPMA, then Quake Live, and then I played Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod. So went around the block. I got to do all the Telcom, Do Gaming lands at Rage. Hell, I even sponsored them when I worked at Incredible Connection. So go back a long time. And of course, look, this Baron buff, now that it's sponsored by Durex, is ribbed for her pleasure. I had so much fun back in the day at IRC and stuff. I don't know if you knew any of the teams or the names, but like Bravado, one of the players on Bravado, it was BFB, stood for Big Fat Bastards, because we were always fed. Right, let's take a look at Cream. 1, 0, and 4. 2.5 items completed. Same for Jackie Love. With 21 minutes into the game, and the fact they've got a ton of damage with Yunara and Kraken Slayer, you can see the vision being pushed into this northern quadrant, trying to get Team WE to fall back, and then looking to set up for that objective most likely. We're also 2 minutes away from the Ocean Soul. Give the Ocean Soul to Sion and Tavai. And for Igisa9867 on YouTube, yes, Jackie Love is a massive bully. I mean, the way that he's moving around the map, the way the team is playing, 1.6k lead, he's 3-0 and 1. Got the plated steel caps to boot, so Aatrox and Olaf, when they're trying to run him down, the value of those plated steel caps is huge. And when Karis is like using the Proto Belt to try and catch Fengwei, it's not enough, right? You're trading item for item cooldown. You're starting to feel nerve-wracking. Arcane Storm can go down. Oh my god, in Battlefield? What nicknames do you remember? Chaos AD Pumpkinhead? U2M? Mark? Raz? Fatso? Fatso played for First in Battle, FIB though. I played Battlefield 2 as well. I competed also that. 8v8. Sorry about a little bit of history time, but we've got a fellow South African esports competitor in my chat, and he used to play on or with the clans that I used to compete against. I had a grudge with Fatso because my girlfriend at the time thought that he was super, super cute. And Vermaak? Oh my word! Dude, I used to shoot him with tanks when we were... Oh, this is so crazy. Thank you for dropping that, dude. That is crazy. You probably may not remember it, but like Fatso, Phatso, he and I would compete when we were on infantry squads. And then Vermaak against, we had a guy named Mark and U2M. Those are our like tank and APC drivers. Well, look, Ocean Soul is now available, okay? Flashes are up for pretty much everybody. We're expecting a massive Lila at the moment. And WE are the first ones into the pits. The problem is, Sion is going to be able to engage. Arcane Storm is going to be able to engage. And Tian is waiting over the wings. Uses the Q to get over the wall. Not going to be able to continue that charge just yet. Dragon down to 4,000. Both teams are waiting. And waiting for the Tibbers for Karis. They've pushed him away. Alright, Sion's pushed him away. Gravity Storm. Gravity Field. Arcane Storm. Ocean Soul secured. And look, this is just beautiful. Cease and desist is available. Not even going to be needed. Double kill. Is there any more available here? I mean, honestly, that was just beautiful space control. WE couldn't really do anything. You got really short range engage on that Annie. It's really predictable as well. You got so much protection. I would love to know how much money Jackie Love was sitting on. And 5-0 and 2. 3,000 gold lead for Jackie Love's Yunara. Tian, 1-0 and 4. We have a Nami, Bubble Steel. Let's go. Aqua Prison! No. It would have been good if it did, though. It would have been so good if it did. And top esports are going to look to go to match point. If they can use this Baron buff to close it out, it is such a stomp. 8,000 gold, 10 kills to 1. Out Hansing and out macroing WE because like just the threat of the Tian engage forced WE back. You are just joining. Welcome in, folks. Drop a follow on the channel. This is the upper bracket final. The winner goes to MSI. The loser drops down and will play next weekend in the LPL Spring Finals. I mentioned this a couple days ago, but I'll be back tomorrow for the lower bracket semi-final between BLG and Anyone's Legend. But for next weekend, there's a kill secured here onto Tian. For next weekend, oh, he flashes away. Oh my word, Tian even manages to get away with the support of the rest of the squad. Now Jackie Love's coming in from behind. Where are you going to go, WE? Transcend oneself. Look for the triple, find the quadra, and hunt for the penta. May your love of Jackie continue forever. Does forever and penta rhyme? Does that count? Aqua Prison, ebb and flow. Here comes Tian. Not going to be enough. I don't have to kill. But next weekend is my antenatal class with my missus. We're expecting a child, and it's 6 weeks away, if all goes well. So Saturday, Sunday, we've got some learning and some lessons to do. But what I will do then is on Monday and Tuesday, I will then watch the third place match and the finals. So hey, If anybody wants to delay and watch with me, welcome to. Obviously, I'm going to try my best to avoid as many spoilers as I can. But hey, real life happens. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I've taken Tuesday off streaming-wise because I got a content shoot with G2. You'll start seeing my face in a couple of different places. But I'll be back on Wednesday again as well. So, yeah. And who joined? Nidu. Hey, a bit late today. How are the games going? Honestly, a little disappointing. Game 1 was exciting in terms of kills and action, but it was just Tian using Lee Sin to destroy WE. His Lee Sin was so impactful that in between games, I actually went and dug up the old clip of me yelling, Tian, you beauty, when he beat G2 on Lee Sin, just for nostalgia purposes. All right. Sion will be able to get killed here. A classic European strategy. The OG Fnatic Brush gets pulled up. A good Bush gaming, of course. And for Team WE, what do you do against Jackie Love, right? Tibbers is going to get dropped. Infinity Edge completed. Hex Optics completed. Jackie Love is an entire item ahead of About's Corki. Cream almost has enough damage to solo Monkey's Olaf. And he's 0-5 and 2. Listen, LPL fans, where was the monkey that took down, was it JDG? What was the bracket? Billy. Where was that monkey? What happened to him? Right? And yeah, listen, if you were talking about the OG Fnatic Death Bush, that goes back to 2010, 2011? Right? Around about? Another inhibitor has fallen. 29 minutes is going to look like the win here. And I just want Team W to show up. That's what I'm looking forward to. Another easy kill. I mean, just this, with the wild growth, with the Lulu autos, that's a double. Not going to be able to find more. The kill secured by Lulu there denies the triple or the quadra. Nexus goes down. Jackie Love was unkilled that game. Smashed. Absolutely smashed. Unless the early game changes significantly, this is looking like a quick 3-0. That is what this is looking like. I mean, it's a completely different level of performance from both of these teams. So we are going to have a very quick ad break. For those of you who are not subscribed, that's Judy, who did for absolutely everybody else. And for Nidu, I mean, look, I just don't see top esports being challenged by WE. What is happening here? Team WE, they got a couple of good skirmishes in game number 1. But the problem that I have is that Monkey just donated double buffs to Cream's Victor early. He tried to tower dive at level 3. I think level 2, level 3. Like, what are you doing? I realize you're trying to set the team up for a win, but like, it was too much. And I really like this when you look at the player of the game votes. Jackie Love clearly in control of this one. I mean, never in threat. Admittedly, when your team is so far ahead and you can set anything up, let me just quickly check something. I've just got a nice fun work message that's a bit of a surprise. And for the few of you who just jumped in, welcome in, folks. We are 2-0 up in favor of Top Esports. Let's actually look at the bracket really quick. In case you haven't seen it just yet, right now, Top Esports versus Team WE, the winner will qualify for MSI and be in the finals of the LPL second split next weekend. The loser will drop down to the low bracket final, which will take place next Saturday, It starts at 10 o'clock. And they will face off against the winner of AL versus Billy Gaming. AL versus BLG starts tomorrow at 11. That's Monday morning, 11 Berlin time. I will be co-streaming this, so please do feel free to tune in, to hang out. And interesting. Let me know. I just got a very nice message from a former colleague that I'm hoping for to see. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about the games. I've got the brackets on your screen right now, and I think when we look at today's match, it is feeling more and more likely that this is going to be a 3-0, that Top Esports are just going to kind of melt WE. I would much prefer it if we could have more games, but Team WE have to remember how to play the game and not just look for early kills. Tomorrow, I want BLG to win, and I think we should also get a good series because LGD didn't really show up. We got to watch this on Friday, and Anyone's Legend, they did outplay LGD, but really, like, there were some odd choices. Itemization was strange. Like, that LGD MF game was weird. So I think AL looks good. I think Billy definitely looks better than JDG. So I'm leaning their direction as well. Viper seems to be on form. And also, I just want BLG to make the run to finals. So in my ideal world, we're going to get a BLG versus WE final. That's what I'm hoping for. What level is this? Level 9, level 10? I mean, it's just fight after fight. Top Esports used the zoning tools really well, and Lotaki, welcome in. It's just been a bit of a masterclass from Top Esports. They are clearly outperforming. They're playing the drafts better. Team WE are kind of scrambling a little bit. This fight in particular was amazing. Looking for the Dragon's Soul. Just the fact that Tian was hiding inside that Dragon Pit. Remember, it's Ocean Rift as well, so there's extra bushes. WE didn't have vision. They didn't know where Vi was. They didn't know if he was charging the Q, you know, waiting for the ult to go forward. And today, Tian is destroying Monkey the way Skewmont destroys Yike. You heard me. Pretty stoked to see Casey winning yesterday. I was a bit busy, so I didn't get to watch the games. But I'm very interested to see how well Casey are going to play today against G2. And what's up? This is Steph30. Welcome to the stream over on YouTube. Just a reminder, I am following on both channels. We are at 6,695 followers. The channel is growing nice and steadily, and if you would like to hang out and join me for more shows, just drop a follow. Please do tune in when I'm streaming. It helps a lot. No surprise at all to see that the player of the game is Jackie Love. 9-0-4. Plus 5k at the end. Kill participation, 81%. Damage share, 31%. Right? 31%. I really like the G2 League tweet. What was it? KC can't compete. I really love that. I thought that was awesome. Player of the game votes. Okay. I mean, look, I'm having some fun with that one. And of course, we looked at the FPX series where Tian won, beating G2 in the 2019 World Finals. There is a Lee Sin skin for Tian. So I kind of want to see Tian back at MSI. I'm really interested to see how well it's going to work out for them. But I mean, this brought me so much joy. There we go. Give us can't compete. Look at this, okay? 26-26. All of the matchups going back to the end of last year, right? 3-1. The only game that is a win is a 1-0 in the best of ones from the Versus series, right? 2-0, 3-2, 2-0, 3-0. Oh, also, by the way, did you guys see this? Okay. So yesterday, FlyQuest played Team Liquid over in the LCS. And I love this tweet before the game from Griffin, right? I've seen shocking news. I tested positive for gonorrhea. Dutch told me I can't fuck anyone for 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I won't be able to follow that since we play against Team Liquid tomorrow. Wild tweet, right? Wild tweet. But this reply was even better. Coach of Team Liquid, Spawn, Jake Tabiri. Thank God we won. Now I don't need to talk to Jenna, that's his wife, about why we both taking antibiotics. What an incredible reply. Like, seriously. I am so stoked that the sense of humor is there. Jake is also Aussie, right? So he's got it. We know the banter down there is a lot. But that was awesome. And then, well, we'll do this while we're waiting, right? Obviously, we're working towards MSI. Oh, Lotaki, that is so good. Durex should sponsor LCS, especially because the LCS does get fucked a lot. Jocelyn, hey, quick shot. I met you at Montpellier behind a pillar. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to hang out. That was my last league event, 2023, you know. Okay, I want to look at this really quickly, right? So we already know that CBLOL, Fury is going to be competing, right? G2's already qualified, and then our second team's going to be KC. First or second seed will depend on today's match. As far as the LCS is concerned, wait, where are they? Here we go. It's now down to these three teams, right? Cloud9, Leon, and Team Liquid. I think if memory serves, Cloud9 are in the finals already. There we go. That's it. Upper bracket final, Cloud9, Leon, and then TL. We'll see which two are going to make it. And then LCK, we have some results coming in. KT finally won a game. But listen, let's not get our hopes up, folks. If you're a KT Rolster fan, apologies if you didn't want spoilers, but we know the series is still ongoing. And I'm just a really big fan of like looking at this bracket and looking at the different possibilities, you know. And we're obviously covering the LPL Playoffs. Top Esports, Anyone's Legends, Team W and Billy Billy. At the moment, it is looking more and more likely that Top Esports will qualify. They are 2-0 up in the series. They are doing absolutely incredibly well. And if you're not already following the channel, please do. Tomorrow we'll take a look at Anyone's Legends versus BLG. And it does bring me a lot of joy whenever I get to meet any of you guys, girls, and everybody else at events. A few years ago now, 2022, maybe 2020, I can't remember. Whenever the Malmo event was, I had just recently started talking about my depression and going to therapy, and being a little bit more public about that journey. And we got to meet so many people at Malmo. That was amazing. I said if anybody wanted to hang out, I'd be there at the end of the event. I think I'm really not exaggerating when I say probably stood and hung out chatting to people for over an hour and a half, 2 hours. I politely asked if everyone could just like hang out in a nice line, and if they were willing to wait, I would take as long as we needed. And it's one of the most touching moments that I've ever had. Earlier that day, I got to share a little bit of my personal story. And that meant a lot of people chose to stick around and take a photo and hang out with other people. So it was really good. Leviathan from YouTube's asked, am I casting on EMEA Master Finals? I am not. So if you are new here, the only things that I have approval for co-streaming right now is the LPL. I also just got added to IEM Cologne. The games for Counter-Strike 2's major start at 2:30. So if this series goes long enough, we might be able to swap over. I do need to have a minimum number of viewers to keep watching it, because I'm trying to make a plan of this. So if not today, I will obviously check back with Counter-Strike later in the week. And then I'm working on other things, right? I've got applications out. During the Esports World Cup qualifiers, we had crazy viewership on the channel, really, really high. Just yesterday, we had an absolutely insane sequence of events with some very, very generous viewers that helped us really push the subscription numbers up. That's what you can see in the bottom of the screen. And I'm feeling really optimistic and really, really hopeful about what the next few months will do. So we know we've got summer split for LPL. We know that we've got some Counter-Strike approvals. So let's see what other events from EFG or ESL I'll be able to take part in. And hopefully we can build a bit of a community that's willing to watch, or willing to hang out with different games. That's kind of the hope, right? You can't follow CS competitions. I mean, listen, I can help explain it, right? If, like I said, today, the hope that I have is I would love to take the 100 viewers that we have and move into Counter-Strike and see if 75 of you stick around. If we do, we'll stick around and watch some games. But I think if I start my stream on Counter-Strike, I think there's less likely people to click it. I think. And because of this race to partner, it's really, really important that I do that. But I'm a really big fan, and like today's games are pretty sick. I'll actually show you what we have here. I am 26. So for the major today, we're in phase 2. I'm not gonna wait. Where am I getting sound? No, I don't need ads. We're in phase 2 of the tournament already. So there's 16 teams, and I'm just gonna show you what the matches are. There we go. Stage 2 matches. This is what I want. So over the course of today, we have qualification matches to the playoffs. These are best of 3s between Spirit and 9Z, G2, and Foot. Then the mid matches. These are best of 1s. That'll take place. And the best of 3 elimination matches, meaning Bait, Gamer Legion, Fly, and Pain. 2 of these teams are being eliminated today. Right now, that's all you need to follow. Those are the only thing that matters. Those are promotions. Those are eliminations. And there's a little bit more. Don't you dare vote against G2. I 100% am going with G2 in my 3-0. I'm a believer, and obviously I'm like massively fanboying. Listen, I also said that, I think I said FlyQuest were my 03 team on my my pick'ems. And obviously for like the guys that are on YouTube, you bet you're not the only one that knows nothing of Counter-Strike. For Jason Max, Counter-Strike, like, as a viewer, is actually quite a simple game to watch, especially in comparison to League of Legends. Because everyone can understand point, click, dead. It's simple. Is it because you saw her face? Wait, what face? I missed that. What was that, Hunters? Okay, we are getting ready for game 3. This could be the final game of the series. I think I want to grab a little snack very quickly, get myself some, a foot joke? I'm going to grab myself just some fruit. So I'm going to leave with the LPL for a second or two. And I'll be back in just a moment before draft. So, be right back.
是的，操作上确实得注意点。是的，因为前面的这些小规模团战上，哎，开始笑了，真在笑。我的剧本，来感觉，来感觉了，笑。主要卓哥也是队长啊，现在也是这个拧绳的重要成员之一。那卓哥发表一下你的那个演讲稿吧。我的演讲稿吗？就是我其实不爱说这种话，但是每次我都要红着脸把这种场面话说一下。我觉得不是场面话，我觉得在竞技比赛里，这个其实很重要。可以，就是所谓的场面话，只是在很多不在，就是你其实没有投入到那个状态下的。对，这个我非常认同。对的，就是你很多东西看起来好像，就是你说着可能有点尬尬的或者怎么样，但其实你真的投入到那件事情里边的时候。真的就是很顺其自然的，你会说出一些话，做出一些事。而且我觉得对于听的人来说，在那个情境下是很受用的，因为人嘛都希望在关键时刻有人推自己一把，或者有人跟自己起码表达了同样的决心。对你关键也是你得把5个人心拧在一起。是的，大家有一个目标往前走，你才能干。
但目前在这场 B5的对决当中，滔博无疑是前2局更团结、做得更好，而且在针对性上更有效的一方。他们目前2比0领先了。这把在 BP 上面 ，W 依然是一个次选。我们来看看滔博的处理，上来还是提发条搬这个阿卡丽跟狗，然后逼你把发条加2只强势打野搬掉。当然，滔博在第3场还加办了一个 Q5的老奥恩。
Hello, team. We are back. Our little floof is back as well. We'll do a very quick doggo cam. Is that locked? No. Let's move this. Where is doggo cam? Why is that all weird? Hi. We'll do very quick doggo cam and then we will jump into draft. I mean, come on, let's not kid ourselves. There's a bunch of you that are here to see Appa.
因为左边拿了萨勒芬妮，他还能拿女警萨勒芬妮，就这个组合现在看也非常厉害。
因为萨勒芬其实单拿出来就打团就已经很强。
选择硬接萨勒芬妮加女警的对线，那就是拿一个赵信加鲁西安，然后3楼再出米利欧，
对，
这样比较合理。
因为赵信现在优信很高，除了赵信就是猴子。
Okay. We now have a little bit of dog slobber on my face. We are jumping into draft. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. We have a little spike in viewers. Reminder, I am streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. And now, today, it is time to look at our draft. Game 3. This could be the final game of the day. And I personally would prefer if we got more games. However, it is going to be up to Team WE. They are still on the red side once again. We no longer trust in Monkey Mordekaiser because Monkey absolutely inted in the previous game. Threw away double buff to Cream's Victor and is part of the reason. For those of you who are on Twitch chat, you are correct. I can't stream the major on YouTube. I have it approved for Twitch. So if we get to 2:30 and the major is starting, tune in on Twitch. That's where I'll be showing some Counter-Strike games. If not today, it will be later on in the week. Now, Jackie Love gets his hands onto Ashe. 6 games played in 2016. 5 of them are victories. 50 games played in his career. 40 of them are wins. Jackie Love has an 80% win rate. Has an 80% win rate on this particular champion. So, this is also the duo that has been removed, that has been banned, that has been denied in almost every other series. So, I'm starting to get nervous. However, let's not deny the fact that About is running Lucian. 1 game played, he hasn't won this year, but the Lucian Milio has been a duo and a combo that we've seen a whole lot of. Monkey's the big one that I want to see. Nocturne banned, Jarvan banned, Nafiri is banned. And with... Oh, Xingsao's already locked in. I'm blind. Xingsao's already locked in. Let's have some fruit. Also for Judy, I don't want to say I believe in top esports. I just think they have outplayed WE throughout the course of the series. All right, last 2 bans: Ari and LeBlanc, Cassante and... Waiting for top esports here. When I do look at the Jace, we are expecting this Jace to go top lane. Xuan has played it 7 times. So, with 7 games played under his belt, and list of Twisted Fates, is this going to be locked in? I'm going to take a look at Cream really quickly. How many... What's our historical stats here? That can't be true. That can't be true. I've just taken a look for Cream. I can't find a single TF game. That can't be right. Wow. Okay, this might be a first ever TF if that goes mid lane. Do we have another LPL judge that can validate that for me?
应该是猴的。
Wukong going to be locked in here for Tian. That is one of the champions that has been banned away. And the poke on this composition is wild. Twisted Fate could be going top, yes. The only thing about that is that throughout the course of this year, or this spring, the Jace games that have happened have been Zhuan in the top lane, Tony. 7 of them. Oh, wait, let me get this up. Damn it. Okay, I need to open up my Yorick. So we are playing in 2610. This is one patch newer than what the LEC. I believe that the LEC is playing on 26.9, if I remember correctly. And in terms of drafts, great question, Snakes. What do we think of them? So, a lot of poke damage, a lot of range on the side of top esports, okay? We are playing 2610 for certain. 2611 is on live. I think top esports has way more tools available to them. I think they have way easier and safer initiation options. And I think they have more poke. Based on how the series has played out, top esports has been dictating the tempo across the map. They've been dictating where the skirmishes are. They've been the first to move for objectives. Monkeys found a couple of kills. But Ash Arrow, Twisted Fate Engage, Stealth Wukongs, Long Range Encore, Poke from Jace, Poke from TF, Poke from Ash. Top esports can put their hands on WE's head and prevent them from hitting them at any time. But when you do look at WE, don't disregard the fact that the culling into what are very squishy champions is good. Aurora is going to be semi-decent at being able to use the weirding across the veil, like to get in range and try to surprise. If WE can get to top esports, they can shred them. But I think top esports have got a better draft again. I just prefer what top esports has put together on the Rift.
先看 Monkey 有没有奇怪的想法。
这把很难吧？
我觉得很难，因为真的三角线都没空。
而且是这样，有一个细节。
I mean, when we look at Shuyan, right? This is a player that has 2 professional seasons. Only 40-something games. No, 52 games, actually. And Shuyan played in 2024, season 14, 2024 and 2026. The Jace... Where is his Jace? Is his 3rd most played champion with 7 games, right? And they've all been played this spring. It has been great to see the impact, right? And Pulsar nailed it, right? A substitute player that got a couple of games back in 2024. Now we have the dog cam set up nicely. We also have our early laning phase starting. So, make this a little smaller. And we'll just keep an eye on sleeping pup. Floofy butt. And let's talk about this Yorick into Jace. And also, let's keep in mind, right? From the moment that Jace was locked in, I anticipated the Jace to be going top lane. I think when you look at the historical drafts, when you look at the player preferences, so you have to assume that Team WE did as well. They opted into this matchup. They opted into it. And Cube right now is already down 15 CS. It is 24-9. Let's keep an eye on how this is going to pan out, because I think where you've got such a, such a strong matchup, top esports are in a great position. They are 2-0 up. They win this game. They qualify for the LPL finals. Thank you so much, Donzon. And I also think it's going to be very interesting to watch really both of these lanes, both top and bottom, I should say. Because Jackie Love and Funya, our Ashe and Seraphine, regardless of the champions, have been in absolute control of the game. Regardless of the lane matchup. You can see already 10 CS advantage again. Pushing forward. Now, it is Ashe Seraphine into Lucian Meteor, so they're going to be able to. But it is just once again massive. Good damage. Gets the roots. About still had the barrier as well as Flash. Oh, Tony said that's a beautiful story. And About has been pushed out of lane just from the damage, right? With the beat drop on the high note, Funya Seraphine is just allowing Jackie Love to farm uncontested. For those of you who have seen my Ashe, I ain't no Jackie Love. That is for sure. And I also think one of the legacy caster calls is like Jackie Love from downtown. I think we have an Ashe call for him specifically as well. So now let's take a look. Layla! I'm hearing it now. I'm hearing the commentary and the Layla. We'll actually crank up the LPL casters just a little bit, as this could be the final one. Death3, you are 100% correct. Not only did they fail to ban it, I just don't think it's a smart move. Thanks, Nidu. That's amazing. You're still finding glass shards from the ones that missed. Cheers. That is pretty good, to be honest. I do quite like that. But we're 5.5 minutes in. It is a 1,000 gold lead in favor of Top Esports. That is purely from farming. Shuyan is nearly double the farm in the top lane, 53 to 29. Bottom lane, Jackie Love has already been able to put pressure. And now Tian again showing his face. Monkey, this time around at least, has not entered. Grab has been secured, and we haven't even really looked at Cream and Karis in this middle lane. Monkey's not going to be able to find much more damage, but I'm quite appreciative of the fact that at least on this approach, right? The fact that you do have quite a lot of auto attackers is going to be it's going to be really important for when and how Xin Zhao uses that Crescent Guard. It is a good fight reset, keep that in mind. But it's just there's so many tools to deal with. The Cyclone, the Gold Card, the Yashar, the Encore. And all of that, you assume, is going to be dealt with Jace either firing beforehand. And this bottom lane, 2 entire waves ahead, 64 to 50. Jackie Love has already come back with a quiver. Destiny, Layla! Gold card is primed. First blood is available and it is secured and traded. No sacrifice. No kill. No kill over to WE. In exchange, however, Shuyan does get locked in by the Dark Procession. And I think for Top Esports, getting the kill, even if it goes to Fenghua, you're denying more CS, you're denying experience. It's level 5 on Lucian at 20 down. You could say that TES are in Top Esports form. Jackie Love, Ashe Arrow from downtown. Gold card. Drop. The Encore's not been fired. Level 6 just got dinged. No further follow-up was secured, but that did look good. Also, welcome to the game, everybody. It is 2-0 up in favor of Top Esports. If you are not following the channel, please do so. either here or on YouTube. And we'll be back tomorrow for the final best of 5 of the weekend for the LPL. For now, Team WE have to win me over. Team WE are down massively in the bottom and the top lane. They have elected to start this dragon and are being surrounded. Crystal Arrow is not available. Destiny's not available. Dragon is stolen by Tian again. Monkey has unbound his smite. Jackie Love gets onto the board and stays alive long enough to pick up another kill for TES before Karis is going to hop between worlds and will get run down by Tian. I'm not being funny. I do not think that Monkey's been able to secure a dragon when started or combating a single time this series. Interesting. If you are on YouTube, please do like the live stream. Actually, if you leave a comment, it pushes it to more people, which is really cool. I mean, look, we got like 120 here-ish. 100-ish has been the average. We got about 30 on YouTube. We got up to about 100 yesterday, which was quite nice. And it's a Saturday, and there's LCK, and we got LEC later. And like, you know, this is only my third or fourth LPL co-stream, so I'm feeling pretty happy with how we started. At the very least, WE will pick up some grubs here, so that is valuable. But the problem is, it is a 3,000 gold lead in favor of Top Esports, TES. Is it Sunday? Well, about Flash and Barrier, not even going to be used. Barrier does. There's the Flash. And about will be able to survive, but multiple gets exchanged. The Destiny secures too. And it is still a 20 CS advantage. Plates, gold secured. And we've not really looked at that top lane for a while. But Shuan's Jace still up 25 CS. Oh, look at that damage. The Encle's 6 seconds away, so maybe you want to pull that trigger in. And I mean, Death Ray, if you did catch the games earlier, but maybe didn't tune in here, we have seen at least three or four dragons where Monkey and Tian are side by side, where Monkey actually started it. WE initiated it, burned most of the HP, and Tian just literally hops over the wall and smite steals it. Tian is on fire today. He's playing like a beauty, some might say. And for the YouTube chat, thank you so much for the kind words. Seid's noch? Seid's noch? It's time, I guess. Seid's noch? Very, very kind words. Super appreciated. And I'm having fun. It's the first time that I've been streaming to YouTube as well. Just to try expand things. And for Team WE, now that Monkey has been 6 for a little while, About is nearly completing first item. The culling will at least get the barrier from Jackie Love. Karis on Aurora. Proto Belt is completed. I need to see them make a positive play. Jackie Love. Ash Arrow. Wait for the Encore. That's the whole thing, right? Seraphine waiting right behind. If that Encore does get fired, it also maybe buys enough time for Twisted Fate to jump in. And Shuan's Jace, 130 CS to 97 in the top lane. That's Jace into Yorick. We haven't even seen them go toe-to-toe. We haven't seen the Shock Blast yet. It is going to hurt. Okay, what is this maiden going to be doing? The Eulogy of the Isles. Cube will at least be able to get the Dark Procession. Morning Mist. Flash forward. Gets the Cube for the kill. Okay. Okay, Cube. I apologize. I see you. I see you. I literally just started shit-talking him. And that was gorgeous. I mean, look, when you land everything, right? You got the main nuts already. You lock him into the W. And Jace, I think to also keep in mind, right? 13 minutes of gameplay Jace has been in the lead almost the entire time.
危险发生之前，
You kind of, you can only be surprised by that initiation once, and now you kind of expect it, right?
快跑！
I did not think that we were going to see that level of aggression from Cube.
大家还是
Wind becomes lightning. Tian goes in. Monkey's going to be taken down. Cyclone buys some time. Encore. Gold card. Ash Arrow. Goodbye. That should be 3 kills. It's the second. Air's able to walk away. Look at that CC.
我一定要抽回去，挂印记了，
这瞎子的二段
对对对，就挂印记了。
Just look. I mean, sorry, I just punched my microphone. Look at that crowd control.
电刺刺到了，我就一定要抽风。
Oh, man. 4,000 gold leads.
真浪，
有点兜不住了。
本来还能向下 Cube 可能可以整。
Oh, awesome. Tony Terry is on YouTube as well. Thank you for the support. I'm trying to do a little bit more, now that I'm actually going to be streaming more often, I'm going to start pushing some things out and
中下
just try to see what happens. We're 1 follow away from 6,700, by the way, so please do drop a follow if you haven't already.
去给上路当保镖。
It looks like we're going to be having a short series today.
因为没闪，
Cube is now going to be run down.
闪。
So, by the way, Daiju, you are my 6,700th follower. You get to win that prize.
是没闪的，怎么说？
虽然不给身位了，
And the kill will be given to Cream, it looks like.
杀死啊，虽然不点伤害，哦，还上。
Cube buys just a little bit more time.
这样感觉是
But Cream is up 1,700 gold on his Twisted Fate. Roa is already stacking. And please look at the minimap. Please look at the minimap, right? You got 3 members of Team WE close by, right? Monkey, Karis, and Era.
卡牌秒后悔。
Now, we do have About making his way forward. But frankly, top esports just collect themselves together quicker. The Encore locks up 2. Beautiful Ash Arrow.
行，坏消息是剩下人
That just brings me so much joy.
好像是大哥死。
That just brings me so much joy. Great coordination, great communication. 2 dragons,
现在这个线
gigantic gold lead. Jackie Loves has already got that Hex Optics completed.
而且节奏
Azeel and Berserker's Greaves.
而且上波关键点是 Cube 也被卡牌抓死一波
对，
断节奏了。
And that sounded like they said, do it.
2打2，
Layla, let's go, Tian.
如果先杀
Cyclone's available.
先杀赵信，右边就很难打了。
对，
Trinity Force and plated steel caps for Cube's Yorick.
现在的话，
And we saw Shuyan. Look, the accelerated shock blast did a little bit of
这
damage.
段时间是掘墓没有迷雾侍女，
But we got a great comment from Death Rain in chat.
新的这波
It's a 1,000 gold lead for everybody except Jackie Love. He's letting the side down. He's only got 800.
因为身后的风月
And Tian tried to jump onto Cube, but I think he got locked in that procession on the W.
卡牌交
And I mean, Jackie Love just really disappointing, you know? Only an 800 gold lead. I'm being hella sarcastic. Very
现
sarcastic.
在的话，WE 其实找不到一个
When you're playing into a team composition
我觉得
with this much range,
一般的角度
this much crowd control and poke,
他现在等于
it becomes
一个点是
nearly impossible.
有节奏的了。
对，因为
If
现在
if Team W want to move forward and like think about how their comp starts a
时
fight.
间来帮
Sinzao, Yorick, or Aurora run at you or kind of dash at you. That's it.
那现在只能
So immediate reply with an Ash Arrow, immediate reply with an Encore, and Toppies gets from engage. And they also have the item advantage. They have the level advantage.
现在是优势大到
You've got
17分钟
level advantage for 2 levels for Tian over Monkey, 1 for Cream over Karis. Jack 11 and About are about, tie.
想占据了已经。
是的。而且其实刚才进游
And
戏
the
的时候
only
说到过
thing
嘛
that Lucian has right now is the
前
Essence
线
Reaver.
期
Working
包括
towards
发挥
IH,
能力会强一些
对，
but Phantom Dancer is nearly close to being complete here for Jackie Love.
哇，这好难受啊！就那个对面打野
Lichbane and Roa already stacking for Cream.
你发现两波都是在打 F6 时
Only 1 tower secured though, so there is like a little bit of time, but it's just
的，想硬吃这个红，知道你没成，卡牌给大招
it just feels like Monkey
大的爆炸果实，是的，
而且这
Monkey has just been outclassed.
没有控制，就滔博现在做很多
In his own jungle,
在一
red buff gets stolen. Like, did you see that play?
有点难啊。
The audacity for Tian to just step in, steal the red, and then use the
现在只会越打越难打。这个
Chemtech blast cone.
中塔先锋比较跟吊的区别，
What is it called? Blast Cone.
小龙1分钟。
是的，感觉现在
Okay,
可能
wait.
是不能
Blast Cone
以
buff
正常的打法
Chemtech.
就该像前2把一样继续爆。
It is just a Chemtech Blast Cone. Okay.
选完人又说到
Anyways, the Chemtech's Blast Cone gives him more than enough space to go.
绝幕抱团感觉跟不抱没区别。
绝幕爆
Judy, that is amazing. The monkey outclassed by Monkey. Wukong was also banned a whole bunch of series, right?
滑上来，伤害尚可。
Cyberduck 78.
想法是想
Hello, my friends.
没有往上走，是往下路解视野。
Did those of you who are watching LCK, is it wrapped up yet? Or is LCK actually getting a bit more hype?
这个时候会不会有一种声音在 W 这边，就说我们不接，拖下去也就那样了，我们搞一波。
嘴上应该不会这么说。
Thank you for the flashing lights. For some reason, once a day, my Razor just decides to do that. It's either power or heat.
对吧？
Let's check temperature.
接也是一直被推，而且被推好几条线，不如我们弄一波。你看，
对，这波 poke 还不错
找了个。机会。
Can't be power. It can't be temperature because it's not hot enough.
而且杰克又被 Q 了一下。
对，杰克暴血了。
WE are not. It will be a miracle if we get more games, Cyberduck. I'm just eating grapes, folks. I'm enjoying. I'm a grape fiend. We've got this amazing fresh grocers that we go to every Saturday morning, and I probably buy like half a kilo to a kilo of grapes every Saturday and like eat them by Wednesday. Another tower secured. It is an 8,000 gold lead. The dragon is alive. If WE start the dragon, they're going to get poked down by Jace, TF, and Ashe. If they try to prevent the dragon, they can't get in because of the CC. And now we're watching. Destiny's available in a second.
那杰斯跟不上。
Gold card will land.
因为小天到后边了，
Dark Procession will buy some time.
是
Cube is forced to flash away just from the engage. And even though About has got some damage, Infinity Edge is still not completed.
落后8000。
Ash Arrow will at least catch onto Karis, but it wasn't under the tower.
虽然这个上路2塔肯定会掉，但是掘墓没死。
And you can see the damage. Like WE,
拿到，但是
they had options.
推了点经济，但好
Yeah, massive to Tony Terrier. I put all my grapes in the fridge. I'm not a massive fan of frozen grapes, but my wife is. She loves them.
卡牌来了，直接转
And here's the engage. Cyclone has been used. Destiny gives the vision. Encore gets mega extended, but all kudos here. About stays alive long enough to get the kill.
这个是大闪击。
Tian goes down. He's not super squishy. And for Cyberduck, the miracle is going to be needed for Team WE to win this game. I still don't believe it. They did, however, get a kill. They did, however, get a dragon. But they're still down very significantly. Let's keep an eye here. Where is About? Okay, so gets knocked up first time.
看没，这球转，往后退。
E to dash away. Barrier has been burnt through. Second E flashes.
闪闪现转也行。
And there was enough damage from the rest of the squad to pick up a kill.
就是猴子的 W 跟闪现至少留一个退嘛。
对对对。
I mean, I want them to win.
不过
I would love
很难办
an incredible comeback
因为掘墓的
from Team WE. I'd like to go to map 4,
这个
game 4. I also just want to see them more competitive. Like,
然后如果掘墓这条
that's
路
what I was expecting.
剩下2条路其实是更出不去的。
对，说边线数。
But I think
对 W 来说
something you've got to keep in mind, right? When teams do pick up surprise wins and upset wins,
关键性的火炮加
it's not something that these underdog teams can often easily repeat.
之后这个打团
Similar things happen in other titles, other games as well, right? The fact that WE have had such an amazing run, you know, taking down BLG and then was it anyone's legend they beat recently?
第三张牌
Yeah, so like both of those series wins, and then you want them to do it again today against top, and then again in the final for a team that hasn't been playing at this level all year.
卓哥觉得刚过
So
OP 吗？
我觉得是
when
一个
upsets
数据存在的
happen, they're amazing, but in order for this to consistently happen, you need to see the team's level rising. And like Tian has just outclassed Monkey all day.
参与管会
He's 2-1-3 now. Yeah, sure, he died in that last engagement.
参与管
But
会少
it did take absolutely everything from WE. There was no Jace nearby.
是的，他
Cream also has just completed his rapid fire cannon. So let's just see the engage here. And Monkey's going to be the next target. Look at how much damage has come down.
黄牌没有抽出手，给了
小
迷雾侍女
奶油是有。大的，要不
Cream was thinking about it. Really considered casting that ulti. If he got the vision, the gold card on the RFC would have been enough to pick up another kill. And we're going to do it now.
黄牌。
About has used the E. Flashes on cooldown.
其实可以打，怎么说？
And top esports are just fishing.
掏一下，掏一下。
拍
in order to catch a fish, you need to put some bait onto a string and jiggle it in front of a target. And right now, the bait is a big purple worm. Monkey gets chunked down to half HP. That's poke from 3 champions. About starts the culling. Cream forced to flash defensively. The engage on the Cyclone is knocked away. The descent was huge. Keep that in mind. Xin Zhao ultimate, but they're too far behind. Tian, after being pushed away from Xin Zhao, continues to still chase. And just like that, Top Esports managed to find themselves more kills, extend that gold lead to 11,000. They don't even need the Baron. But, I mean, the Crescent Guard, you can see the theory behind it. The problem is, when you're down this far, down 10k at 24 minutes, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. So, Cream is going to continue to at least put some pressure in this middle lane. There's 5 towers secured by Top Esports. There's 1 remaining in the bottom lane. Baron is going to be secured. Dragon is up in 45 seconds, so use those empowered recalls. And watch Tian, right? He engages, and I really, really like the fact that there was some time bought instantly. I mean, BT Vitek, Monkey's had an amazing playoffs when you look at the rest of the series. But today, I think the pressure's gotten to him. I think that's a maybe. I don't know the player individually, whatnot, but like playing in Shenzhen, playing in front of the stadium. The winner not only qualifies for the finals, but makes it to MSI. Top Esports are on the verge of it. And Monkey's been outclassed in team fights. Has been outclassed in smite fights. I think WE have also just been outdrafted as well. I think, like when we stop and look at how TES have played. I think I cursed WE because I actually wanted them to win. Dragon number 3 has been secured. So Top Esports are on Soul Point, and it's just a matter of time, I think. They've got all the tools they need to close this one out. We're in a really, really good position. Really frustrating finals, or upper bracket final. Because it really does just feel like WE. Game 1 was really close mechanically, was really exciting. Game 1 was definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it. But the next 2 have been very, very one-sided. And with Baron buff, there isn't even a fight to start this one out. Cubes Yorick down 3,000 gold. Monkey down 1,700. In the middle lane, Karis is down 5,000 gold. I mean, look, you're playing into a hella fed Twisted Fate. As a team, they're up 12k. The gold card is going to push him away. Like, just the poke alone means WE can't defend their own turrets. Smash, smash, smash. Okay. That's Inhibitor opened in the middle lane. Inhibitor in the bottom lane's about to fall. Tian's taking some damage, but needs to back away. And Ashe Seraphine. How do you give away Ashe Seraphine at this level? It just does not make sense to me. The stadium sounds a little bit flat. So look, we're going to get our first MSI representative from the LPL, Top Esports. Moments away from locking this one in. And for my plans, because we are still an hour away from Counter-Strike, I'm probably going to turn the stream off, spend some time with the missus. I might come back later today at around 7 and just see if we can pull some CS views, but it's not a promise. I will, however, promise that this week, when we're doing streaming during the week, Monday, Wednesday, probably Thursday, Friday as well, we'll go from some League into some Counter-Strike and see who wants to hang out with us. Counter-Strike runs for another 2 weeks. I just got the green light, so I'm over the moon about that. But I think for today, I've ignored my wife for a few days, and I might want to spend some time there, do some of those chores we talked about. You know? Did Cologne start? Yes, Cyberduck. I'll show you. I'll show you the bracket after this if you stick around. But we've got promotion matches to playoffs, and we've got elimination matches from stage 2. Stage 1 has already concluded. And I mean, look, if you're listening to me, I'm talking about a Counter-Strike tournament because of how dominant top esports are. You know, Jackie Love again is still inting though. He's only 500 gold ahead of About. Every other member of his team is at least 1,500 gold up. So, come on, Jackie Love. I mean, get your shit together, dude. Seriously. Letting the side down. Of your team's 13,000 gold lead, you're only responsible for 542? Really? I mean, come on. The inhibitors are down. The Nexus is being focused in one final fight from Team WE. The Maiden is sent forward, and the gold card holds Cube into place. Ash Arrow after Ash Arrow. Encore chained along the back of Team WE. And Shriman brings the hammer down. Underneath the inhibitor, the Nexus, and on the stairs of the fountain, Team WE are sent packing, are destroyed, sent to the lower bracket. Top Esports, welcome to MSI. I mean, smash, smash, smash. Congratulations to Top Esports, right? Like, a hell of a game. Let's close that one. Very easy 3-0 for them in the series. And for us today, very short stream, folks. Very short stream. We are going to... where's my OBS? We are going to probably rate somebody immediately. And yeah, pretty chill stream today. 3-0, a little bit disappointing from Top Esports. I would have liked to have seen more. But if you're watching, drop a follow. We'll be back tomorrow at guaranteed tomorrow, 11 a.m. for the final series, BLG versus Anyone's Legend. I don't know if I'm going to stream Counter-Strike tonight. I'm on the fence about it. I also need to make sure things are sorted with ESL or EFG. So thank you for watching. Let's find out who can we raid? It's super fun, by the way. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying hanging out with our small group. It's great. I think Nymira will most likely keep streaming, so we're going to say hi to Nymira. And then for those of you who will see me either tonight or tomorrow,